Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Surprise!
Surprise!
Darling, I know it's hard to let go. Soon I will hold you again. Longer days when I...
Hello and welcome to today's episode number 17. So today should actually be number 18. But last week we had, was it last week?
Last week.
Last week we had a big week, a huge surprise for Rylie. It was her birthday and we set up not a huge surprise party. I mean, huge for inside the motorhome.
Huge for what it was.
Yeah, so we had her very best friend from Utah who lived across the street from us. So they've been best friends since age 3. So she flew out with Rylie's sister Kennedy. They both flew from Utah. Rylie had no idea. And then this awesome family we've met along the road that has a daughter Rylie's age, Lily. So that family came as well.
They drove from Asheville to Nashville. It was a 5-hour drive
Yeah.
for them to come see Rylie for her birthday, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah, so they drove in and Finlee and Kennedy flew in and me and Rylie went shopping and then we came back and we had hung up Travis had hung up decorations while
We had a big curtain here, so it would kind of obstruct her view when she came in. Then everybody was hiding on that side.
and everyone had balloons, so when she walked in everyone threw their balloon and said surprise, but watch it here, it's awesome.
Happy birthday.
I need my Cinnabons in my gut.
Happy birthday to you.
It's alright, just leave it.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Oh my gosh! Surprise!
Surprise!
Happy birthday, Rylie! Happy birthday, Rylie! That is full in his tooth. Did you have any idea? No, I didn't. Happy birthday! I'm surprised when
Did someone steal-
Finlee and Kennedy
What do you think?
Okay, so while everyone was in town, we were actually in Nashville, so we went and toured downtown Nashville. Unfortunately, what we usually do when we're in big cities like that is the hop-on, hop-off bus, but it wasn't running.
No,
it's not currently
It was a
running.
hop-on, but you can't get off bus right now because of COVID, so we passed on that and decided to use our feet.
Yeah, so we walked a lot and kind of aimlessly around town. We went and visited the Capitol. That was pretty cool. I like to do that when we're in a capital city. And then we just moseyed around, found a couple of their cool wall murals they have. And we also went to Broadway, which isn't too kid-friendly. It's a little on the rowdy side.
Yeah, it was okay during the day, but I imagine at nighttime it was
Yeah.
like a Las Vegas strip in Tennessee.
Yeah, so
pass.
we toured that and then we went back. The place we were staying at was on a lake. So we finally broke out our paddle boards, which we haven't,
has been sitting there for 6 months.
7.
7 months. Never been wet.
Yeah.
So we
Never
got
been
that.
in the water or blow up paddle board. So we finally got that in the water. That was super fun.
I didn't stand on it all fall.
I stood a little bit, but
I can ride a one wheel, but
not a paddle board.
Paddleboard, no.
So, one night when we were in Nashville, we went to a honky tonk, which I don't think you can leave Nashville without getting some kind of music experience. So So we went to a honky tonk. It was so much fun.
It was kid friendly.
Yes. What was it called?
Wild Horses?
Yes, Wild Horse
Wild Horse.
Saloon. So what they do is 7 days a week they have line dancing lessons. So they have a dance floor all set up and they'll teach you the line dance and everyone can go out and do line dancing. And the kids did it. I attempted to do it. Not that great. But it was fun. They also have live bands playing and they did a lot of 90s country. That's like, at least for me, that's when I was like big into country, so that was fun. All the
songs you
music.
knew.
Yeah, the songs we know.
Because we drive now and you listen to songs on the radio and
we don't know that.
we don't know any of them, but if it's the 90s stuff, yeah, we know, like
Yeah.
George Strait, Garth Brooks, Alan Jackson, that type of stuff. But
yeah, so
sorry, new guys, we don't know who you are.
we had a ton of fun, and to quote Rylie, she said that her birthday ended up being best day of her life. A quote. So she loved it. It was great. And we are so thankful, if you're watching, to the Doyon family and Kennedy and Finlee for coming in, making her day special. Okay, so we have some lost footage from the past few weeks that we want to show you. Our last video was actually in the Smoky Mountains, and we did a few really awesome things there that we did not put on the last video because there was going to be part 2 last week that never happened. So
The birthday dominated our week.
yes, it was worth it though. It was worth it just to take a step back and not film a ton and enjoy Rylie and our friends that were in town and our daughter. One of the fun things we did in the Smoky Mountains was a hike we did to Laurel Falls. So check that out here. Let's roll the clip.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here.
Okay, so today we are out hiking in the Great Smoky Mountain National Park. We went on a hike to Laurel Falls. It was super cool. We got up there, you can see I'm on the trail right now. So the whole trail is paved like it is here behind me. So that's awesome. Kids, we are with 2 other families, 15 people, so about 9 kids, even little kids, all did it awesomely. Everyone loved it. It was a great little hike.
Forever free.
Okay, another thing you can do, it was about an hour drive to get there. It was called the Lost Sea. So the second largest underground lake in the world is located just an hour outside of Pigeon Forge. It was like a beautiful drive through winding mountain, 2-lane highway, super nice. But you get up there, you go down a tube, basically you walk through caverns, and then they take you out on a boat and you can see all the fish and stuff they have in there. So we'll roll that right now and you can take a peek at that as well.
Yes, they have this lake fully stocked with fish. What kind of fish were they?
I think they were trout. They were massive.
Big, and they keep lights on so the fish don't go blind, because fish normally would go blind being under.
Yeah, because there's no light, so they would lose a senses.
In a
the need for the
cave.
sense.
But this cave was actually huge and so cool.
And well presented. It wasn't like, a lot of times you go into caves and they'll put some light just to show one little thing on the one stalactite. Stalactites stay tight to the ceiling. Stalagmites might reach the ceiling. Anyway, they lit the whole cavern, so you could look from one side to the other, what was visible, and see everything, which was really nice. So you didn't feel like you were enclosed. There were no steep stairs. There was inclines you had to do.
Yeah.
I mean, not bad. Anybody could do it. Very easy to do, but highly recommended to do this.
It was very cool, and I think maybe a lesser known tourist attraction in the area. So check it out. We loved it. Highly recommend it.
Yes.
Okay, so while we were staying in the Pigeon Forge area, we stayed in Sevierville, which is just before you reach Pigeon Forge. It was a really nice area, a little less touristy than Pigeon Forge, and we stayed at Sun Outdoors, which is a sun resort a Sun RV resort. So we are getting ready to pull out of the campground we've been staying at here. Look how pretty this spot is. So this is Sun Outdoors in Sevierville, Tennessee. So it's right by Pigeon Forge. We have a spot right here on the river. They've recently purchased it and they're still making upgrades. So the pool, and they have a pool in the lazy river, and they were both closed. But it looked like they were making everything really nice.
They had refilled the lazy river while we were there, and the pool was right on edge of being done. And they're working fast, and we probably spent 2.5 to 3 months in Sun RV Resorts.
Yeah.
Stayed at them in Florida and loved them, and we found one. We actually referred to one up in South Carolina, which was called Carolina Pines.
Yes.
And that was great. So it's nice to be able to find that resort and be able to look for them nationwide and know that you're going to get a quality resort every time you go there.
They do a really good, and I know they've acquired a lot of new parks, and even the ones that they've just acquired we've been to, it's always been a great experience. Yeah. Sun Outdoors had a car wash, which we've never seen in an RV park. So we were able to wash Lola, get her all clean. So we're getting ready to pull out, and Sun Outdoors, the RV park we're staying at, has an RV wash and a car wash. So we are gonna wash Lola. She's so dirty again. The last car wash we went to, the Blue Beacon, didn't do that good of a job. So we're gonna wash her ourselves here. We've never actually been in an RV park that had a wash. So this is awesome.
It's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be in the great outdoors.
Yeah, it was nice to be able to wash it yourself and get all the bugs and muck and clean the tires.
Yeah, so it's just like the one where you put the quarters in, or you can use your credit card and spray it off yourself. And it was awesome.
There was a front and a rear wand, so you could really clean, because we're 45 feet long, so you didn't have to worry about the boom hitting the top. You could just clean the whole thing, which was super nice.
Yeah, really nice. Okay, so after Riley's birthday and after we left Nashville, we were headed to where we are right now, which is Virginia. We're in Williamsburg, Virginia. But so on the way, and when we're traveling, we love to use Harvest House. And we stayed at a really awesome one on the way here to Virginia. It was in Tennessee. It was called Delmonico Winery.
And yeah, Delmonico Winery and Vineyard. If you're looking for it on the Harvest House app or on their website. The nice thing about it, it was big rig friendly, no low trees to worry about, 3 miles off the interstate. So that's what I look for, is ones that are real close to the interstate.
Yes.
But once you got there, you were in like a whole nother world. You were in the country. It was beautiful, quiet,
the
good
wine. Was good.
Oh yeah, I found a new favorite wine when I was there.
They had really good wine. And it was fun because there were actually a lot of, because of COVID, I think, a lot of the wineries haven't been doing tastings. So the tastings were back open. They gave you a free tasting of 3 different wines, and then we bought a flight, which I think you got like 6 different tastings for $10.
It was 4 different tastings of 2 ounces.
Oh, 4
for $10. So
yeah, so it was a lot of fun.
They had a scavenger hunt for kids, so they could make their way around the winery through the vineyard. You can actually walk through the vineyard. Some of them don't allow you to do that, so you could go through the vineyard.
It was just really pretty and picturesque. They do a lot of weddings and events there, so it's really pretty. A great place to take pictures or just relax.
Just drink wine.
A good relaxing wino time. Wino good time.
Wino.
So the Harvest House was super awesome, and we just want to tell you a little bit about our plans. So right now we're in Virginia doing like the history triangle. This will be on our vlog next week.
We're doing the historic triangle of Williamsburg, Jamestown, and Yorktown.
Yes. So that will be on the vlog next week. From here, we're headed to Maryland. We're going to do Washington, D.C. My sister lives in Maryland, so we're going to be seeing her, and my parents, my mom and dad, are flying in from Utah to Maryland to come see us and see my sister Paige and her husband Keith. So we'll have fun with all of them. We haven't seen them. We've been on the road now 7 months and we haven't seen any family except for our daughter Kennedy has come out to see us. So that's exciting. And then from there, we're going to head to Boston and Maine.
To get some lobster.
Yes, Maine has been on our bucket list.
Just for the lobster.
Forever.
I don't care about Maine. I just want to go. There's
Yes,
supposed to be
you do.
restaurants there that go out and fish that day and bring the lobster back that day and you eat it, and that's what I want.
Yes. No, so we're excited for Bar Harbor. That's where we're headed, and we're also headed to the Portland area.
And Arcadia National Park.
Yeah, it's supposed to be beautiful.
But there's
scenery.
lobster. I mean, what can I say? There's lobster.
Yeah, so the lobster will be good too. There was just a special on Good Morning America that talked about the best lobster roll in the world. I think it was the world. My mother told me about this. But so it's a food truck. I can't remember the name of it now. But you're supposed to, like, it's the thing to find when you're in Maine, this food truck, and get the lobster rolls. So I'll put the name.
Yeah, tell me about it too.
I'll put the name in the description because it's supposed to be like a do not miss when you're in Maine.
I won't miss it. I'll drive the motorhome
won't
right
miss
up and order out their drive-up window.
Okay, so, and then from Maine, we're headed to New York, Niagara Falls. We're going to do New York City. And then we're probably going to leave our motorhome somewhere and go stay in Airbnb a couple of days because we don't think we can get close enough without having to drive
No,
for hours.
there's an RV park right across the bay from the Statue of Liberty, but I am not driving this thing downtown.
I really wanted to do it. So it's in New Jersey and it's in Jersey City, right across the river. We've actually stayed in
we've
a
stayed
hotel
right there. It's like 15 minutes to get to the city.
It's an awesome location.
But I'll drive 2 hours instead of driving this thing downtown. There's no way.
Yeah. So we're gonna park somewhere else or put this in storage for a few nights or leave it at an RV park and then head to New York City for a couple days. The kids have been talking about New York City since we left. They're so excited.
That's their goal. We've been aiming for Maine, Florida, then Maine, and they've been New York City the whole way.
Yeah.
So
we're gonna do Niagara Falls and then we're gonna head to the Great Lakes, across the Great Lakes.
Head into Michigan and hit the Upper Peninsula.
Mm-hmm. Mackinac Island.
Mackinac Island.
Yes, and then we don't even know. We'll probably do South Dakota.
Right there, we fall off the edge of the earth. We're done.
South Dakota, we might go down into Colorado. There is an event we want to be to in Las Vegas. Escapers event. We're going to attend the end of October in Las Vegas. It's our Halloween event. And then we think we'll probably head to northern Utah for Halloween. We promised the kids we would be home for Halloween. Okay, so we want to leave you with a place that we visited when we were in North Carolina, Asheville, North Carolina. It's a little place called Biltmore Estate.
Tiny little house.
A tiny little house.
You've watched the shows on like HGTV, the tiny homes. This is like the tiniest home you'll ever see.
Yes, and it's amazing. So we're going to leave you with our experience there. We loved it. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe.
And even hit the bell button.
Yes.
That way you'll be notified when we put more videos out.
Yes, but we're going to roll Biltmore. Thanks for watching.
See you next week.
So today we're here at the Vanderbilt Estate in Asheville, North Carolina. This mansion is 175,000 square feet.
Okay, so like they just said, today we are going into the Vanderbilt Estate to take a tour. We got the audio tour. It was super pricey. We'll let you know at the end if we think it's worth it, if we thought the experience was worth it or not. We've heard that it's amazing and worth it, so we went ahead and splurged. It's like a day at an amusement park, basically. So
I didn't know that.
What?
Yes, you did.
Okay, if you haven't heard of the Biltmore Estate, it is a massive 175,000 square foot mansion built by George Washington Vanderbilt. He used to come down to Asheville and visit his mother down here. So he decided to build what he called his little cottage in the mountains, I believe. But it's 175,000 square foot mansion. I believe it's on 185,000 acres. It took 1,000 workers. He had 60 stone masons. They used so much brick here. They actually built a brick facility on site to produce like 32,000 bricks a day to build this thing.
This is a 250 room French Renaissance chateau. It includes 35 bedrooms, 43 bathrooms, and 65 fireplaces. So this place is massive. I believe the biggest home in America.
Yes.
So let's go check it out.
It's too big for me.
Way too big.
What's he getting you to hold?
A chicken.
A chicken.
This is Snowball. Super friendly.
She's so cute.
So the best way to do it is just one hand kind of underneath on her belly and one hand over her back, okay? Kind of hold her like a football. Just, there you go. Professional.
I love Snowball.
She's the best.
Oh my gosh, Snowball's so fluffy.
Oh, she's soft.
You can throw this with a snowball thing.
What? No!
I love it. That's great.
Yeah, you can hold Snowball.
Yep, just kind of one hand. There you go. Perfect.
She's so soft. Snowball is Laurel.
It's a girl.
Oh.
It's all good. She just got a little imbalance. Same way, just kind of make sure your fingers are almost between her legs, and then you can kind of hold her like that. There you go.
So I'm going to go ahead and make the actual hook, the functional part of this little simple item that I'm making right now, yes. But in this case, I'm making a hook, so I don't want to chop it off. I want to actually round it up now. I'm going to knock these corners down and just kind of soften things up a little bit.
So this is the hall that leads to the winery at Biltmore. Look how pretty this is. It's like totally aligned with lights and rock walls. And then there's information about the winery as you go down. This is the most visited winery in the country.